Hello there guys. So today I'm going to do a little makeup tutorial on the matte clay. But first of all, you really need to prep your skin, especially if you have dry skin. That is the key to getting the full coverage with the matte clay. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use an oil of some description. So I am today using the vitamin E. This can be used, this is mainly used at night, but I am basically going to use it just to hydrate my skin. Just to make sure I'm going to be getting that full coverage and it's not going to be drying out and going clumpy throughout the day. So first of all, I have done my morning skincare routine. I am popping on some extra hydration with an oil. I am then going to pop on some of the Bright Glow. This is the Instaglow CC cream. This will give you a nice healthy glow underneath your foundation. So I'm going to go ahead, always make sure when you're applying your foundations or using your fingers that you do have clean hands. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to apply this CC Bright Glow. There are a few ways you can prime your skin. One of my personal favourites is the Skin Reviver, and that does work really well. But for the purpose of this video, I am using the CC cream. So I'm just going to pop that all over on top of that oil and also on my eyelids. And then last but not least, I'm just going to finish with a hydration mist. So this is really good to prime your skin, and I will also be using it to set. So I'm just going to go ahead and spray that on. And then all you need to do is simply leave that to soak in for about 5 minutes before applying any other product. See you in 5. Hello, so after you have primed your skin, hydrated it, I'm going to now show you 2 different looks. I'm going to show you both matte clay with different applications. So I am going to start off with a damp beauty blender on this side of my face, and I'm going to use the buffing brush on this side of my face. So first of all, I am going to go in with the matte clay concealer and just conceal any of my redness and any of my spots. So you can use your fingertip, again make sure they're clean. And then I've got a little tiny spot here, and I think I've got another one around about here. So what you don't want to do, you don't want to put that same finger back in there because you're essentially spreading your spots. So I'm going to use a different finger for my redness. So I'm going to go sort of around my nose area where I get quite red on both sides. And also just a little bit, just in the corner of my eye here. I'm not going to go fully under my eye, you'll see why shortly. And that will just highlight that bit there. So with the complexion blender, I am going to do this half of my face. So you want a blotch of the matte clay. Sometimes I like to add in the fresh nude, but just because I want to show you the coverage on this, I'm using the matte clay. So when you dampen your beauty blender, it will expand a tiny bit, and all you want to do is just get that product, dab and blend. So you can see that you're going to get this flawless, lovely flawless finish. And because the matte clay does have the tea tree in it, it will help make the foundation breathable.
The fishy one.
So carrying on with this side of my face and my forehead. Trying not to get it in my hair. I really should have maybe put a headband on, but hey ho. And then what you can do is use the tapered end. So as I was saying, with the tapered end, you can really get in and do under that eye. It's really good for this area, which is why I didn't use the concealer. You can also go above just to conceal that eye. So as you can see, that's one side complete and that's without. And that is with the complexion blender. So now on this side of my face, I am going to use to bronze the Baked to Last bronzer. So I'm going to aim for this area here. So all you need to do, this one is really pigmented, so you just need to tap. We may very well be joined by a little man. And just tap it off. And then the best way I can bronze under here is by doing fish lips. You just want to dab lightly to get your desired bronze. And you can already see it's given me that contour effect. What I also like to do is I like to go around this part of my head. So when you're bronzing up here, you want to almost go in a 3 shape, so you're using this area. But I personally don't bronze my jawline because I don't think it suits me, but it may very well suit you. So I'm almost going in a C shape. And once I have my bronze, I'm going to go in with my blush. So I'm going to use, I think it's the Marshmallow All-in-One. So again, you can use the same brush, which I am going to do. And you just need to pick up a bit, lightly dust that lovely pink colour, tap it off and apply it to the apples. I do like to have a lot of blush myself. Everyone is different. But I do like to have a nice cherry looking glow. And then just to finalise my cheeks, sorry, I really do like my peachy colour, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop on the Drops of Glow illuminating drops. So again, I'm just going to apply a little tiny bit there because I'm going to use it for the other side. And with one of my fingers, I'm just going to highlight the top of my apple. So I do this by doing 3 little dabs, and then all you need to do is just pat that in to give you that nice highlight there. And that is one of my matte clay looks. So that's with and without. So on this side of my face, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the buffing brush. I'm going to use the rest of my foundation. So with the buffing brush, you literally buff your foundation on. So you dab and blend the same way you would with the beauty blender. So it still gives you that amazing coverage. It's just a different way of applying it. Might just need a tiny bit more foundation. Not much at all. But yeah, again with the matte clay, it's got the tea tree in it, so it will make the skin breathable, which I absolutely love, and it will help diminish breakouts as well if you do suffer from those. So as you can see, it's no less coverage applying with a brush. It is just personal preference of how you like to apply your foundation. I also find it easier around my hairline with a brush because you've got more accuracy with it. We probably have been joined by my lovely little son by now. But I don't think I've done too bad at matching that line up either. There he is. And he may very well stop bouncing around in the background. So on this side of my face, I am going to go ahead and I am going to use the bronzing balm. This is absolutely amazing. So all you need to do, I just use my 2 fingers and again do my fish lips and just dab it on. And then all you need to do, you can do it with a brush, you can do it with your fingers, is literally rub that in. And that will give you, I'm just gonna pop a few bits up here, another glow. This is really, really simple to use. And then I'm going to use my shimmer waves on this side. So I'm going to use the blush because I like the highlighting bit at the top. And again, you want to aim for your rosy apple. Just lightly buffing it on. Again, as I said, I love a lot of blush. Oh, I really like it. Just gonna buff it in a little bit more at the top there. And then again with the illuminating drops just on the top of that cheekbone. 3, 2, 1. And then just pat that in. And then if you still feel like you may be a bit shiny, I sometimes, not very often, use the matte clay powder. So again, with the same big fluffy brush, you just dab and make sure this comes out quite a lot. So you want to dab off the excess. And I literally go for my T-zone where I might get a bit shiny. I don't like putting too much off because that's when it can look a bit cakey. And then just to finalise my foundation, I put a tiny bit of the drops of glow on my Cupid's bow, under my chin and down my nose. And then again, either patting that in or you can use a brush just to give you that final look. And last but not least, to set, I'm currently using the Energizing Mandarin. So you just want to give yourself a little fresh squirt. I love these face mists, but that is the matte clay applied in 2 different ways. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'm going to enjoy this look for the day.